gentlemen, may I present to you Nick Morgan, Moore!
Hello, Open Mic Vlogs. This is my first one, Nick Morgan Moore, comedian. I told them ages ago, I'll do it, I'll do one. And I've recorded like 3 gigs since then, but I haven't done an open mic vlog because I suck. I am terrible at following through on things. But I'm here now. This was my first gig of the year, and it went off well.
And there was one that I was teamed up with. She looked like Adele.
Got off to a great start. Joke about my appearance, looking like a supervillain.
I cheat on that fucking test because I'm a supervillain.
The big thing that I've been trying to do lately is my image, my looks. I've been losing a lot of weight, so I had to retire my old stand-up costume, as it were. You know, my fat jeans don't fit, they just fall straight off, which is good, but meant that I had to do some work, so I settled on the suit jacket and black jeans.
They tell you to dress for the job you want, not for the job you have.
I was able to look at the footage afterwards, and I was like, yeah, that's what I want. Looking good.
Before humanity had discovered shoes, we didn't die of cancer.
As the gig went on, it felt like it went really quickly, but very well received. So the first half of my act is all new stuff. New for this year, new for me, new for you.
You know, bend the pilot over the controls. That's not turbulence you feel, that's me.
That felt like it was done in like 3 minutes, but, you know, it was actually, you know, more like 5. Josh just lets you go and go and go. He keeps asking me to be the opener, and I asked him one time, I said to him, I'm the dirtiest comic that you have.
Around his feet there's piles of pubes and blood. And there in his hand is his lacerated nutsack.
And he said to me, that's good. That sets the tone. Everyone else has to try and match you then. And because he likes the dirty comedy, you know, he throws me up front every time, which is great. Don't mind that spot at all. Love to headline someday. This year maybe, let's see. And yeah, just got to keep working at it.
We just wanted you to know that we love you and we support you. And I thought they were talking about being a comedian, so I was like, oh hell yeah, thanks guys. Yeah, I love being a comedian.
After I'd done my new jokes, I fell into some old ones just because I felt like it was going too quick. So I did my jokes about dating.
I went, whoa, I don't think you should talk anymore. I don't think I could date a fucking bitch.
Jokes about perving on chicks.
At the shops with a friend, just having a perv.
Some of my friends reckon that I'm going to get famous for that 2 fat women perioding joke.
I said, well, I guess that'd be 2 fat women perioding into each other's mouths and going, why, what's yours?
Maybe infamous. Maybe that'll be the one that I'm infamous for. And my impressions. I really enjoy doing that impression. I didn't actually prime anyone in the audience with the impression that I wanted to do. I usually do that.
Could somebody shout out a celebrity for me to do an impression of? You, sir.
Carl Barron.
Vin Diesel.
Carl Barron.
No.
Yeah.
What did you say?
Vin Diesel.
Nah.
Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy. Nah. Do you have one?
Robert Williams.
Sasha Grey. Awesome.
Thankfully, there's a guy who's there all the time, and he was willing to just yell out the one that I needed to keep me going, which was excellent. That joke, it gets people really revved up. You know, they really enjoy it. So often, and there's a bit of crowd interaction I have to throw to the crowd. So when I've finished it, the crowd feels entitled to yell out, or usually one person feels entitled to yell out.
Now do the impression.
And they did, which I'm fine with. I actually said to the guy, you know, you should give it a crack. And then he responded to me again.
You should get up and have a go.
At you or the performance?
Ooh.
And I was like, no, when I said you should give it a crack, I meant you should shut up now, and then Once you've organized it and you've arranged it and you've written a set, then you should give it a crack. It didn't really throw me. I was able to get back into the flow of things. My best jokes are true stories, and one of the jokes that I did tonight, the one about the wedding, that's word for word actually happened.
It's like you're getting married, but you don't lose half your stuff in 10 years.
And if anything, I underplayed the screaming.
And there's Mrs. Doubtfire, and she's screaming. She goes, Sharon! Sharon! Clean the dishes! And clean the kitchen!
So I guess I've got to do a bit of work on my projection and my voice while I'm on stage, but for the most part, it was a really, really good gig. Great first gig of the year, and that room, fantastic room. I was the first comedian to get on stage there. They had an MC and then me, so on their first week open, I was the first comedian. It was my last gig of last year, was in that room, just a last minute thing, and it went really well. And now my first gig of this year, so it's fair to say that I love the Dog and Parrot at Robina, and I love Josh Armstrong for booking me there all the time, and he mentioned that he might have an MC spot for me, which I'm really excited about. As well as it being a step up from doing open micing, it's also a good experience for me to practice being on stage, but not necessarily having any jokes, just riffing, and it being okay. You know, when you've only got 5 to 10 minutes, you can't really riff or roll with anything. So MCing is a good opportunity to do that, because when you eventually get to doing, you know, your headliner spot for, 30 minutes, or a festival show for, 50 minutes or an hour, you need to be okay on stage without having anything prepared, and that's not something that I've had an opportunity to do just yet. So I would very much like to do a vlog for that one. So when that one comes around, probably in March, then that would be really good. So I'll probably do a vlog for that as well. Sorry it took me so long. I know my face is on the poster, but they picked an unflattering photo. It's not their fault. It was my fault for being a big old fat guy. But hey, I'm down, and the new outfit's looking good, I reckon, and worked with my act, and I had a blast, so keep tuned.
It's okay, I've got another band. Thank you so much! Thank you!